everyone!
Hello viewers!
Hey everyone!
I hope everyone is safe and having a wonderful day today. Welcome to our vlog number 2. Aziza Soriano Adil from grade 12 Rizal B, here again with
STEM student Tricamis Dante from grade 12 Rizal A.
And Monica Cordova. Welcome back again to the charity channel of Philippine International English School, Gung Vlogger ng Kuwait.
For this vlog number 2, my group mates Raika, Monica, and I will be discussing about Lesson 6, Media and Information Literacy Education. In this lesson, we will be discussing about the advantages of media and information literacy,
citizenship, and media and information literacy education.
The Magna Carta for Philippine Internet Freedom.
So sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get on with vlog number 2. Hello everyone! So in this part of the vlog, I will be discussing about the advantages of media and information literacy. If you become a media and information literate person, you will possess some control over media and information messages that we have initially described as powerful. Like number 1, you will gain the ability to examine the content of media and information messages closely and see how their meanings are significant. And through here, you will gain critical perspectives as you consume these media and information messages. For instance, how do you make a connection between the advertisements tackling whitening soap and the emerging popularity of Korean telenovas in the country? How do you view the inclusion of news regarding today's leading show business celebrities in the primetime news reporting? To what extent has the female body been turned into a commodity by the advertising industry? Number 2, you will gain an understanding of the structures that govern the creation and dissemination of media and information messages. Like, what are the organizations behind these media and information messages? Why do we call them industries? What are their motives? What are their interrelationships with each other? How do they keep up with their profits? Why do they continually use audience research? 3. You will also gain an understanding of how political forces shape the creation and dissemination of media and information messages. You will make connections between government regulation, free market, and the strategic programs of media organizations. How do you view government regulation on content? How do you see government acting on the whims of the free market that lords over dissemination and distribution? What is your opinion on hefty taxes levied against on the movie-going public? Number 4, you will learn how to sift information, discern what is both useful and useless to your lives. The internet provides a remarkable fraction of the information you access every day. By learning how to unpack media and information messages around the World Wide Web, you will recognize the constitutive elements that make up these messages. You will also know how these messages were altered, thereby allowing your opportunity to evaluate its true claims. How do we make use of wikis and blogs? What are their inherent limitations? How do you access reliable and well-founded information from the internet, as contrasted to the surfeit of wikis and blogs? And lastly, number 5, you will value the word ethics and its implications to the society. More often than not, we get lost in the flurry and frenzy of media intrusion in our lives, especially now that social media enlist our participation as netizens or digital citizens. Media literacy will cue us that there are always implications on the way we behave. Ethics has always been about building arsenal moral principles and evaluating the implications of our actions to others and to society at large. How do we evaluate our patronage of products as generated by advertising? How do we evaluate our wants versus needs in a situation where we are inundated by profit-driven media?
To start off, T.H. Marshall, 1958, described citizenship as the right to share in the social heritage and to live as a civilized life according to the standards prevailing in society for all members of the group. In the same way as education and economic institutions have supported democracy, media and information technology have become major influences in society. Information technology has recently been presented as a leveling agent, promoting access to information and even education, and creating a community that can think critically. It has increased society's interaction in a variety of ways, including increased access to and contribution to information and knowledge. Responsible digital citizenship can be defined as a set of appropriate social norms and behavior with regard to the use of the internet. Since education is at the heart of any society, students are the ones that should be educated in using technology in a responsible manner, ensuring the safety of the online environment for generations to come. So, digital.citizen.net provided us with 7 elements. First, digital access. The ideal situation is that all have full electronic participation in society. Although we live in a digital era, not everyone has access to technologies. Teachers and administrators need to be aware of their community and who may or may not have access in technology, not only in school but at home as well. Digital communication. Since online communication has become so common recently, students have forgotten they are communicating in a social network. Miscommunication happens all the time, including online, so understanding how and when to say something is critical. If students are struggling to understand their place in the world, technology may be able to assist them in finding their own voices and expressing themselves. As a result, a person must be empathetic and respond appropriately, both online and offline. Digital commerce. This involves the sale and purchase of goods and services using digital platforms on the internet and mobile phones. Technology is also used in class to showcase students the possible path to take in their prospect careers, opening their way to a future job. Digital etiquette. It's about the commonly regarded as appropriate and respectful behavior when using information technologies. It covers proper use of language, especially in an environment that relies much on written words. While technology comes with simple instruction for use, we should educate students to better understand it and become digitally fluent in the long run. This will influence their online behavior and they will react positively to any content or comment rather than negatively. The online attitude is thus transferred to the physical world and vice versa. Being mindful of others is a major aspect for all, whether in classroom or online. Digital law. This covers the legal environment that informs and guides the users about ethical and productive use of technology, defined as abiding with the laws of society. Both positive and negative experience are possible in the online world, and just as in real life, there are rules that everybody must follow. Digital law is concerned with the legal rights and limitations that apply to the use of technology, from identity theft to hacking into someone's email to cyberbullying to stealing copyrighted music. Many internet users are breaking the law, whether they realize it or not. Students, as digital users, must be aware of the law in order to prevent any type of cybercrime, no matter how serious, such as the Magna Carta for Internet Freedom, which is a crowdsourced document in the Philippines that will soon be further discussed by my groupmate. Digital wellness. This covers the protection of users from what could be potentially deleterious to their physical and psychological well-being. Students should be taught to protect themselves and others from harm and to inform an adult if they are in danger. Using online services is advantageous, but one should be aware of the risk associated with this benefit. Lastly, digital security. As technologies grow and evolve into something more complex, the need for security systems become even more compelling, since viruses and worms can spread from system to system and impact the electronic devices we use. Online security is essential. To ensure their safety, precautions must be taken. Furthermore, when using devices at school or at home, students must be mindful of the consequences and potential attacks. Teachers can also teach students how to avoid them and how to keep their devices secure.
The Magna Carta for Philippine Internet Freedom. The Magna Carta for Philippine Internet Freedom, MCPIF, was recorded as House Bill number 1086 by Congressman Kimi Conjunco, as Senate Bill number 53 by Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago. It should be noticed that it is publicly supported record, drawing much from the contribution of Internet clients who effectively partook in the entryway against the cancellation of Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, also called Republic Act 10175. Number 1. Free expression. Section 4C limits the use of prior restraint or subsequent prosecution by the state in relation to Internet-related rights through judicial orders confronting compliances with Section 5 provisions and only limited circumstances. Section 4D protects people from being forced to delete content they don't own or monitor, with replicated and archived content in mind. Section 53. It is explicit on how it restricts expressions, citing how it can be harmful to the public good. Internet libel. On the Internet or on public networks, public and malicious speech tending to cause dishonor, discredit, or contempt of a natural or judicial individual, or to blacken the memory of one who is dead, is defined. Hate speech. Public and malicious speech calling for the commission of illegal acts on an entire class of persons. A reasonably broad section, therefore, or a person belonging to such a class, based on gender, sexual orientation, religious belief or association, political or affiliation, ethnic or regional affiliation, citizenship or nationality, made on the Internet or on public networks, is described as public and malicious expression calling for the commission of illegal acts on an entire class of persons, a reasonably broad section, therefore, of a person belonging to such a class. And pornography involving children. Number 2. Universal access. Section 5B allows an individual's Internet connection to be suspended if he or she has not been convicted of a felony. Section 5E forestalls people or substances offering Internet access free of charge or for an expense from confining admittance to the Internet or restricting substance that might be gotten to by visitors, representatives, or others without a sensible grounded identified with the insurance of the people or element from real or lawful dangers, the protection of other people who might be getting to the organization, or the protection and security of the organization as accommodated in the Data Privacy Act of 2012, RA 10173, or this Act. Number 3. Innovation. Section 7 allows for state security and promotion of creativity and prohibits people from limiting or refusing, quote-unquote, the right to create new information and communication technologies without due process of law. Section 7B, with specific exemptions accommodated in the Intellectual Property Code, Section 7B states that no individual will be denied admittance to new data and corresponds advancements, nor will any new data and interchanges advances be hindered, controlled, stifled, or in any case confined, without fair treatment of law or authority vested by law. Innovators are likewise shielded from obligation for the activities of clients. Number 4. Right to privacy. Section 8 provides for state promotion of data privacy security, with Section 8B granting users the right to use encryption or cryptography to protect the privacy of the data or networks that such individuals own or otherwise has real rights over. Section 8D. A person's right to privacy over his or her data or network rights is protected, although 8E allows the government to maintain a reasonable degree of privacy of the data and networks it maintains. Section 9 refers to the safeguarding of data integrity, and 9B protects a person's right to use physical, electronic, or behavioral means to protect the protection of his or her data or networks. Section 9C and D refers to third-party rights over private data, requiring a court order obtained in compliance with Section 5 of the Act to grant access and prohibiting third-party ownership over the data accessed. 5. Intellectual property. Section 10 protects intellectual property online in compliance with the Philippines' current Intellectual Property Code, RA 8293. 10C prohibits Internet service providers and telecommunications organizations from obtaining intellectual property rights in derivative material created, invented, innovated, or modified by an individual using the Internet service provider, telecommunications company, or other person providing Internet or data services. Section 39. With such expectations, the viewing, usage, editing, decompiling, or alteration of download or otherwise offline material on any screen, system, or equipment shall be considered fair use. Section 48 deals with intellectual property infringement, with 48A, number 2, establishing non-attribution or plagiarism of copyleft material as infringement, as specified in Section 38. Number 6. Other areas. Section 13 encourages the use of Internet and other forms of information and communication technology for governance, especially in the areas of transparency and openness. Section 13A, the Data Privacy Act of 2012, RA 10173, and related laws on government information classification, specifically, should provide for and maintain a system that allows the public to access and download public information on government plans, policies, services, documents, and records. Independence on the areas itemized over, the Act covers a scope of other issue regions, including hacking, cybercrime, and illegal exploitation. The Act additionally makes an Office of Cybercrime inside the Department of Justice to be assigned as the focal expert in implementation of the Act. Prominently, extraordinary courts in which judges are needed to have explicit aptitude in software engineering or IT are additionally assigned to hear and resolve all cases brought under the Act.
Thank you so much guys again for watching our vlog.
I hope we gave you guys enough information about our topic, and hopefully you guys have learned something from it.
Before you click off this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel.
And of course, as always, laugh and learn later. Oh my god, like, bye-bye.
Take care always and bye-bye.